Now, you know, are you one of these what I call 90% Christian? You don't mind keeping 9 of the 10 commandments. But the one that says, keep my Sabbath day, well, and what are all the excuses that I've heard? You know, I have a whole series, excuses for not keeping the Sabbath day. You ought to listen to that, because I go through every scripture that people use that they throw up at me for not keeping the Sabbath day. But you know, people will say, well, that's the Jews, that's for the Jews, that's for somebody else, that was for Israel, that's the old covenant, and we don't have to keep that today. Truth of the matter is, it's the 4th commandment. Yeah, I mean, it's the 4th commandment. You can't get away from this. You can't just look at the commandments and say, well, I'm going to pick and choose the 9 of them to keep, but I'm not keeping that one because I don't like it. You can't do that. You can't call yourself a Christian and do that. You know, Jesus said in Luke 14 and verse 33, he said, so likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsakes not all that he has cannot be my disciple. Are you willing to forsake that thing that is more important to you than money itself? And that is your time. Actually, they're both one and the same thing. Time is money and money is time. And I think that explains why most people have such a hard time keeping the Sabbath day, because time is money and money is time. And we live in a nation that it's all about money, is it not? And how you want to spend your time. You know, I want to offer you something here called the Sabbath Bible Study. Be sure and order this. It is a powerful, if you really want to know the truth about God's Sabbath day. Now I know, you know, if you ever mention this to a preacher, he's going to bash you up one side and down the other. He's going to call you a Jew. He's going to call you, you know, an Israelite. He's going to say that the Sabbath is not important. But this is one of the most powerful Bible studies that we offer. Subtitle, which day is the Christian Sabbath? You need to understand that. You really need to understand that. Who made and established the Sabbath? Yeah, it's important to understand that. Who made and established the Sabbath? Another subtitle, I get to it here. God, not Moses, gave the law. You know, a lot of people will refer, well, that's the law of Moses. They don't know what they're talking about. A special eternal covenant. Another subtitle. Another, what else here? I want to go through all this. Which day for Christians, for Gentile Christians? A lot of people try to make a distinction between the two. Which day for Christian Gentiles? Why Israel and Judah were made slaves. You need to understand that. Why they were made slaves. And is Sunday mentioned in the New Testament? Excellent Bible study here that you need. I'll send that to you free of charge. Won't sell your name to a mailing list, and you can study that in the privacy of your own home. The Sabbath Bible study. Are you willing to forsake 24 hours of your time for God? To disconnect yourself from the world, like an overloaded receptacle, to just unplug yourself from the world and spend time with God, family, and your children.